Hello, my name is Yosneki Perez, and I'll be giving a persuasive speech on marijuana. Cannabis, weed, pot, bud, trees, marijuana, Mary Jane, dope. We have all heard these names, but does anyone really know about marijuana? What do you think? Is it good? Or is it bad? Is it addicting? Can a person overdose? Despite what you may think, marijuana may have positive effects if it is legalized across the nation. According to the DEA, marijuana is considered a Schedule 1 drug, which is in the same category as heroin, although there has never been any reports of overdose on marijuana. This sounds ridiculous, to me especially, because most heroin addicts die of overdose, infected needles, or even choking on their own vomit. I have never heard of anyone die because they smoked too much pot. Have you? Marijuana has the power to save lives, create jobs, and even lower crime rates across the entire nation. Over the years, the marijuana debate has been very controversial, but my belief has always stayed the same. I have watched dozens of interviews with scientists, documentaries, and even spoke to a grower from Colorado, and I have always came to the same conclusion. The legalization of marijuana can improve lives across the board. Now that we have an overview of what I'm going to talk about, let's dive in. Due to the controversial views and illegality of this controlled substance, researchers have not done many studies on the effects of marijuana until recently. Research has shown medicinal marijuana can be used for treatment in a number of illnesses. According to Sanjay Gupta, an American neurosurgeon, he agrees that the marijuana revolution can change lives. Many of the legal prescription drugs on the market cause more harm than good and have a 10-page list of side effects. When comparing the list of side effects of marijuana and the list of side effects of other prescription drugs, the results are uncanny. Medical marijuana is being used to treat children and adults with epilepsy, which can damage the brain. Marijuana used in liquid or pill form can reduce the number of seizures significantly. Unfortunately, due to the illegality of marijuana, this option is not available for everyone. Marijuana can even treat minor illnesses and pains such as headaches and back pain. Also, many cancer patients self-medicate to reduce the nauseating effects of chemotherapy. If marijuana was readily available, many people can find a better and simpler solution to their illnesses. Not only is marijuana changing the medicinal industry, but it is one of the fastest growing industries to date. In just 1 year, according to CNBC, pot sales have risen to $5.4 billion. What does this mean? It means the employment outlook in this field is soaring. There are so many aspects of work in the marijuana industry, it can create millions of jobs. In order for the marijuana industry to flourish, we need growers, dispensary, doctors, pharmacists, distributors, managers, drivers, the list just keeps on going. Not to mention, according to the Marijuana Policy Project, for the first time in history, Colorado generated more annual tax revenue than alcohol. Marijuana generated almost twice as much as alcohol sales in 2015. Now that we know the medicinal and business aspect of marijuana, let's talk crime. Decriminalizing marijuana will keep small-time offenders out of jail due to minor offenses that can dirty their permanent record. People that self-medicate get arrested and even put into jail because of the sole fact that this substance is considered a Schedule 1 drug. For example, a teacher with chronic back pain may smoke marijuana occasionally to ease the pain, but if he gets caught by the police, he can say goodbye to teaching. Is this really fair? All he wanted to do was ease the pain, something that Tylenol or Advil won't help. Not only would it keep people like him out of jail, but it will decrease prison overpopulation. Hundreds, even thousands of people are thrown in jail for a marijuana drug charge. In the cell next to them, it could be a person who committed homicide or some other horrific crime. Don't you see that these two situations do not equate whatsoever? With the officers not focusing on marijuana drug busts, they can direct their attention to more important crime like other drugs and felonies. While an officer is arresting a guy for having a bag of weed on him, the heroin dealer is getting away with his pocket of money. This is the sad truth of illegalization of marijuana. Now that we know about marijuana, Let us go over why you should vote to decriminalize marijuana. Medical marijuana can save thousands, even millions of lives in the United States. Studies have shown the chemicals in cannabis can be used medicinally for several types of illnesses from minor to major. Also, legalizing cannabis will create millions of jobs nationwide. This can boost the economy and national revenue. Last but certainly not least, it will keep the police focused on more serious crime and keep crime rates down. Marijuana has hundreds of uses for good that it's just irrational to keep it illegal. A plant that has many medicinal purposes should not be illegal because that may be an ill person's last option. It could give someone's family a job and a fresh start. This should not be a crime, and people should not have to go to jail for this.